Hello guys, how are you? Thank you for downloading this at the torrent. Torrent? No, I'm kidding. Thank you for buying this DVD. And well, I really hope you enjoy all the ideas that I will give you. And of course, it's not only about the ideas, but all behind the magic. And well, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Well, hello guys. I would talk briefly about how I created the Sedladeck. And basically I was with a couple friends of mine called it Mágico Nicolas and Nicolas Araújo, which are pretty much the same. And we were talking at the night about magic. And then I come out with an idea. And the idea was using an invisible deck with a regular deck. And then we started talking and I was like, oh wait, we could do this using a deck with a blank back. And then they said, no, why? And then I said, because that way I can show all the cards after I do the invisible deck. All the cards can be blank. And they were like, no, it wouldn't work. It was like, oh wait, yeah, it will work. And then I tried, and this was the first time that I thought about the Sedladeck. And then I really want to thank you about Nicolas Araújo for giving the name, this awesome name, Sedladeck. Because for those who don't know me, I'm Bernardo Sedlacek, so it's just a joke. But, well, and that's it. Hello guys. I will now talk about something that is very, very important. And this deck is actually special. You'll find out why in a few seconds. This deck is special because I can take out the soul of this deck. This is the soul of the deck. So now you can see, no, not actually see, but you can imagine that I have a deck here. And it's exactly the same one here. So for example, if I ask you, what is the color of the back of the cards? Blue? Okay. So now this is a blue deck. And everything that happens here happens with this deck. So for example, I will ask you to take one card. I will take it for you. Which one? This one? Okay, this one. Okay. Look at the card. Okay, I'm just going to show it to the camera. And I will turn this card around and put it back. So now there's one card reversed in this deck. And everything that happens with this deck happens with this deck. Look. Look. It's pretty magical. Now there's, oh, a blue deck, right? You said a blue deck, and it is indeed a blue deck. But you turn around one card. What is the card you reversed? The 10 of hearts. And it is exactly the 10 of hearts. Thank you. Okay, I can really show you the 10 of hearts, okay. And it really is the 10 of hearts. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, maybe you turned the card really quickly. No, actually, this is the only card in the deck because all the other cards are blank. There's no other card. Every single card is a blank card except for the 10 of hearts. Thank you. Ta-da. Oh, but wait. If you forget about the 10 of hearts, now the 10 of hearts, it doesn't exist because it's only imagination. Now it's a blank card. And that's the Sedladeck. I hope you enjoy. Well, hello guys. This is basically how it works, the Sedladeck. The Sedladeck, it works just like this. We need a few special cards. I use precisely 3 blank cards with a blue back, but you can use the red, black, or anything you like. And we also use a deck in which all the backs are blanks, but the faces are regular faces. So the basic preparation is just this. We have these 3 blank cards, and these 3 blank cards goes on the top. So the deck is just like this. So ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, ace through king. And the important thing now is because now you need to remember the stack of the cards. So for example, I know there's there's spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. So if anyone name any card, I can cut about in the card. So for example, if someone named the 7 of diamonds, I know it's about here, so I just cut. So I just cut in the 6. So I'm pretty close. So you just need to remember this. But this is basically the Sedladeck. Well, basically this is the Sedladeck. You use the 3 blank cards and all the rest with a blank back. And the important thing is that you need to remember the order of the cards, exactly the order. So I use the ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, ace through king, spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. And basically, someone name any card, and then they name, for example, 5 of clubs. I know the 5 of clubs is about here, because I know the order of the cards, so it's about here. So I just cut in the 6. And now, I just go and look for the 5 of clubs just like this. So I just did this and look for the card. So I find the 5 of clubs. I hold a break on the top of the 5 of clubs. And now I say, and that's it, that's the magic. And now everyone's like, ha ha ha. And I was like, no, I can really show you that it is. And now the important thing is, I cut the deck exactly in the 5 of clubs. And now my hand comes lower. And now I just, this finger touches the 5 of clubs. And I just do this. So the 5 of clubs is now upjogged. And the important thing is because this move is just to hide the next card, which is the 6 of clubs. Because if I was just going to do this, you could see the 6 of clubs here. So I just hold the deck, cut in the exactly the position. My finger contact the card, and I just do this. And now I just need to take it off, and it's pretty much done. I just need to turn the deck, and all the cards are blank. So this is basically the Sedladeck. And, well, that's it. Hello guys, I will now talk about something that is very, very important. And it's about the offbeat. What is the offbeat? The offbeat is a moment that everyone relaxes. And now in this moment, during the offbeat, you could do anything you like and they would never remember it. So for example, imagine this. I'm doing an effect, so someone name a card, for example, 3 of diamonds, and someone chooses one that is a jack of clubs. And now I find one card, and what is your card? Jack of clubs, and exactly the jack of clubs. Thank you. Jack of clubs. Oh, but wait. If I do like this, the jack now becomes the 3, and this is so in this moment, I have one effect that I'm doing during the effect. Everyone is tensioning. There's a lot of tension in everyone. Everyone is looking and staring at the effect. And now in the moment that I turn the card and they see that it really is the selected card, they think the effect is over. So in this moment they're just like, okay, whoa. And so they start to clap and everything. And this is the offbeat moment. They are not paying attention. They are relaxed. So you could do anything you like. It could have even passed like an elephant behind me or anything like this, and they wouldn't see it. So this moment is perfect. So you could do like a top change or something, or a secret move, or maybe a force of someone thinking of a card, someone looking at a card or something like this, and then transforming into a thought of card or anything like this. So this is the perfect moment so you could do a miracle. For example, I use this in the Sedladeck when I'm doing the part for lay people, which I have the 4 of clubs, and all the cards are blank. And now in this moment, except for the 4 of clubs, everyone claps. And now I leave the card there, and everyone claps, and then everyone is relaxed in the offbeat moment. And then I say, oh, but wait, if you forget about the 4 of clubs, all I need to do is like this, and now the 4 of clubs is now a blank card. And in this moment, I switch the card during the offbeat and I put there. But in the mind of the spectator, I just show and the 4 of clubs and I put there again. So it's a very magical moment because they think that I never switched, I never touched this card. So I think you find a good use for the offbeat moment. So well, I hope you enjoyed. Hello guys, this is basically an idea of a friend of mine called it Mágico Nicolas, so I want to thank him for this. And the preparation is a little bit different in this idea. The preparation, all you need to do is, so you have the regular Sedladeck here, the regular stack. All you need to do is just do this. Done. So basically we have the 2 cards on the top. So Ace through King of Spades, Ace through King of Hearts, Ace through King of Clubs, Ace through King of Diamonds, or whatever you want, and the blank card on the bottom. So now someone name any card. I look, for example, they name the 7 of Hearts. I look for the 7 of Hearts. So I just found I have a break. I cut the deck, do exactly the same as the Sedladeck move. So I just turn the cards, and now in this moment where I'm turning the cards and I say, but all the cards are blank except for the 7 of Hearts. And now I put the 7 of Hearts on the top of the deck, so on the top of these cards of the regular blank. And now, as this is the offbeat moment where everyone is clapping and everything, so now I take the 2 cards, I turn those, and I leave the chosen card here. And now I'm only holding the blank card, a regular one. And now I say, and all I need to do, if you forget about the 7 of Hearts, it is also imagination. And now everyone is like, what? So this is an extra effect. But there is something really important about this. The important thing is that you cannot do this for magicians, only for lay people. Because for magicians, if they catch the moment, you are exposing the secret. So I don't like to perform for magicians. Of course, if you want to do, you can. But I don't think you should. But basically, this is the version. So I just do the move one more time. So here's the card. The 7 of Hearts is the only reversed card. But I knew. But all the cards are blanks except for the 7 of Hearts. Thank you. Now everyone is clapping. Everyone is clapping. Thank you. And there's something important here, because in the moment I do the secret, I put the card here, away from the deck, so away from all the moves. And then everyone is clapping, and I say, oh, but if you forgot about the 7 of Hearts, all I need to do is just do this, and now this card is also imagination. And now they want to check about this card. I will talk briefly about a couple of things more about the psychology of this effect, but next, you will see next. Thank you. Well, hello guys. Now I will talk about what is behind the second effect, the one only for lay people, and basically we use a couple of things here. So for example, someone name any card. We have the deck set up. Someone name any card. For example, they name 9 of Hearts, and I cut to the 9 of Hearts. Okay, and now I do the Sedladeck move. I take it out, and now in this moment, when I turn all the deck face up and spread, this is the moment that everyone is like, no, what? And now I have plenty of time, so I can take the card and show and accept the 9 of Hearts. And in this moment, the moment that I do accept the 9 of Hearts, this snap is the moment that everyone's like, oh shit, and now they think the magic is finished. But now this is called the offbeat moment, because everyone is not tensioned, everyone is relaxed. So this gives me time so I can do anything. So I just go and exactly the 9 of hearts. Everyone claps. I take out the 2 cards. I turn these 2 cards, and I put the card there. So this moment, after the offbeat moment, everyone is thinking, okay, he just showed me the 9 of hearts and put it back on the table. But this didn't happen. Because they don't remember what happened here, because it was at the offbeat moment. And then while everyone is still clapping, I just go, oh, but wait. Now, if you pay attention in my hands are like, stop talking, because there's something more. And now it also says to the spectators that I won't do anything. I'm clean. I'm not lying or anything like this. So this moment I say, oh, but wait, stop. If you forget about the 7 of hearts, forget about it. And now everyone forget. It was like, if you forget about the 7 of hearts, it also becomes imagination. And now in this moment, everyone's like, oh shit. And now there comes an important part of this effect. There's a great feature in this. Because in the moment that this card transforms himself, because this is the only visual moment in the effect, because this is not visual, they didn't see it change. It changed into something else. This moment, where the card changes, is the only visual moment in the effect. So what they want to do is just check this card, and they forget about all the rest of the cards. So that gives you enough time, to switch the deck or take it away or do anything you like. And so I will go in the regular motion so that way you can see all the effect. This goes on the bottom. 9 of hearts goes here. So someone name any card, and I say, okay, there's one card here, reverse. Can you name any card? And they name 7 of clubs. And I 7 of clubs. And yes, indeed, the 7 of clubs is the card reversed. Okay, I show you. It is exactly the 7 of clubs for all the other cards. But I know what you're thinking. You're maybe thinking, oh, maybe he turned the card face up very quickly, I didn't see, or something like this. But this is impossible. You know why? Because actually, all the other cards are blank. The 7 of clubs is the only card which is not blank. Thank you. But wait. If you forget about the 7 of clubs, for example, forget about it. Okay, if you forget about the 7 of clubs, this card also becomes imagination. And that will be in the regular motion with the applause and everything. I just give the right pauses. So, but well, this is basically it. I hope you enjoy. Hello guys, I will now show you something that I think you might enjoy. It's an extra effect for the Sedladeck. And it's really powerful one for magicians, for example. Of course, for lay people is an extra effect, so it's good too. But this is basically the extra effect. I have the deck, pretend that the cards are always here, there's no cards here. And I say, okay, I would take out the soul of this deck. So this is the soul of the deck. So for example, what is the color of the back of the cards? And now they say red. And I say, okay, so it's a red deck. And now select any card, turn it around, and everything. And I do this, tuck. And now when I take out the cards from the box, it's a red deck. This is the extra effect. And when I first thought about this effect, I thought of using a blank box. But there is something good about it, because I didn't have a blank box, so I just started to use with a regular box, and I noticed a couple of things. I noticed that, for example, when the deck was inside of course the deck's inside the box, and now when I ask someone, for example, what is the color of the back of the cards? In this moment, it's like an ambiguous question. Because for them it's like, what is the color of the deck on the table? Because they think it's pretty much the same, the invisible and the regular one. and now they say it's a blue. So about 99% of the time they name the color of the box that is on the table. So that's a good thing about not using a blank box. But if they name another color, for example, red or green or anything you like, anything they like, of course, and of course you're not prepared for this, so when you take it out of, so for example, this is inside the box, and I say, okay, I take out the so. For example, what is the color of the back of the cards? And now they say red, and I say red. Interesting. So this is a red deck, and there's something more interesting about this deck. It's because that these cards, I can do anything with these cards, and everything that happens here happens here. So for example, this is a red deck. If I do like this, it's a blue deck. Haha, you see? It's a good magic. It's magic. And now it's just like a joke. But if I get it right, which is 99% of the time, is one extra effect, and it's really good. So I take out of the box, and if I miss, if I do the joke, I don't show the cards. I just go and take it out of the box and keep doing the effect. But if I get it right, I just go, and when I take it out of the box, I take it out, and I say, well, you said it was a blue deck, right? And it is indeed a blue deck. In this moment, there's a couple things happening. This moment, I'm showing more than one back of the cards. So the spectator swears that they see a lot of backs, which is not true. They only see two of them. I think, no, three of them. But now that I said that the deck is a blue deck, in this moment, they are like, what? What if I have told like red or green or anything like this? Would it be the same? So there's an extra effect, and there's something even there's something more. There's something I even like more, because in the moment I said it's a blue deck, they thought that all of the cards are blue in the backs. So it takes away the information that they have about like, oh, there might be something strange with that deck, but the backs, I don't know, there's something in the backs. And now if I say this, they are like, when I convince themselves like, and this is really a blue deck. Now everyone's like, oh, very good, very good, very good. And now they think that you show pretty much all the cards, because they are not suspicious anymore about the back of the cards. And this is interesting for this effect, because I'm separating the effect of the method, and this is something that really helps. But there's also another way of doing this with any deck. Any color. Not any color, but for example, I can have an out of a red card. So this is how it works. I have the red card, which is a blank face, and it goes on the top, and this goes in the box, just like this. So now when they name the color and they say red, I just take it out the deck normally, and I don't show and I don't take it out the card to show. I just show the deck, and you said it was a red cards, and it is indeed red cards. So I take it out and I put it in the box just to show the second way of doing this. If they say they want blue, now I open the flap, and there's two things that happens. I press the box, so now you can. I don't know if you can see it, but now it's a little bit bent, and so I can put my finger in between and take all the cards except for the red card, which is interesting. And now there is something even more interesting, because if the card is sticking or something like this, and I take out the cards like this, I just need to put my thumb in the card and just slide it inside again. So I'm just giving the worst case scenario. But now there's something interesting, because there's two whys about why the card is blank. Of course, the first one is that if the card is not blank and I spread the cards, you could see that the top card is not blank. But there is also a second why. Because if the card is inside the box, like this, I can show briefly that there's nothing in the box. Just briefly. I'm not doing like, oh, you see there's nothing in the box, you can touch if you like, because it's not important. But this happens because as the inside of the box is a blank, and this card is blank, so that way it's there, but you cannot see it. You think it's just the inside of the box, but it's not. So this is just an out. I don't like to use it. I prefer to use the regular Sedladeck. And well, that's it. I hope you enjoy. Well, you probably won't believe me, but in this deck, there is one card reversed. And it is the card that you're going to name in a second. It's really magical, I know. And for example, name any card. 10 of clubs? Okay. And well, in this deck, there is exactly one card reversed, and it is the 10 of clubs. Thank you. What? You don't trust me? I know, it's too impossible. Okay, I need to show you. Okay, no problems. There's one card reversed, which is exactly the 10 of clubs. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, maybe turn the card really quickly. No, I would never do this. Because it's actually the only card in the deck. There's no other card. It's only the 10 of clubs. And that's it. Hello guys. Now I will talk about something that I really enjoy. And it's using one effect before this to do a bigger effect. This is how it works. Imagine that I just finished the fact in which all the cards are blank. I spread the cards and all the cards are blank. Everyone claps and everything. And now at the offbeat, I switch the deck and I take it out and I spread it again. And now this is interesting, because this is what's happening. I use a special card now, which it could be this one, which is a double backer, blue and blue, or the color of your deck. I don't care. And this one is red and blue. And as my deck is a blue and blue, it's a blue deck, so I use the blue and blue one first, and then I explain the second one. But in this moment, I say, okay, guys, I would do something that it's pretty much impossible. And what is this? This is really, really easy, because you will name any card. Don't name it now. But you will name any card, and in a few seconds, there will be one card which is, and then I take out this from my pocket, or from any pocket I like, or from the box, or something like this. I say, and this card is exactly the card you are going to name. And this is magic. Thank you. And now they're like, okay. So I named the 7 of hearts. And now I put this card on the top of the cards and I cut. And then I spread again. So now the card is exactly in the middle. Not exactly, but it's about in the middle. And I can easily cut the cards here. So when I turn the deck here, it's just like a regular cards. So what is the card you name? They name 7 of hearts. And now this is something interesting, because if they name 7 of hearts, I would do a break under the 7 of hearts. So they name 7 of hearts, I look for the 7, and I do a break under 7 of hearts, and I do a slip cut. And what is a slip cut? A slip cut is this, where as I have my break here, my thumb contact the top card, and I just slip it to the middle. and cut, as I do in a cut. So in the regular motion would be something like this. And this is interesting because I'm showing backs in the middle and in the top. And now there is something you can do. I will first show you without it, and then I will talk about the idea of using something more. Then I spread it back and I said, so which card did you set? And they said 7 of hearts. And now this is interesting because this card here is a double backer, and this card is a 7 of hearts. Okay? So I just go and say, okay, and which card did you set? You said the 7 of hearts, yes? And now I cut the deck here, and I do a double lift. So now I can show this card is exactly the 7 of hearts. I could also do something else. I could also do, show that this card is the 7 of hearts, take it out using the double lift. So there's 2 cards here. Turn the deck in my hand, and leave this card in the top. So now this is so I just take out both cards from the middle, and I put the double backer on the top. So now there's only 1 card here. There's also another thing you can do, and if you use Magician's Walks and put it on a little bit in each corner of the card, so that way the card won't be like this. Let me show you. So the card won't be like this by any chances. So if you apply the walks one piece in each corner, so just a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. So now that you control the card, so for example, and I say okay, I cut the cards, I spread, so I know this is the place I need to put the double backer, and I say, okay, you will name any card in a second, and this is the card that you're going to name. And now I put this is the part with the walks, and I put it face down. And this is the card you are going to name. I hold the break under the card, so this is the card, and this is my break, and then it comes the card. I do a pass. What is the pass? Just to make sure some of you might not know. So this is the pass where I cut the cards just like this. So I do a pass and put the deck here. And now they name. For example, what is the card you're thinking of? 4 of clubs. 4 of clubs. And from all the other cards, you really thought about the 4 of clubs, right? And yes, it's indeed the reversed card that I put here. Yes, indeed. And then this moment I did the slip cut. All I need to do is just press the deck before I turn it over. And I just spread the cards. So now this card will be exactly on the top of the 4 of clubs and squared because of the walks. And I can just take it out like this, which I cannot do now because I'm not using walks. But I can take it out really cleanly and show that this card is indeed the 4 of clubs. And then everyone claps, and that's the end of the effect. Of course, I could also do the same using these cards. So the preparation is pretty much the same. I put the walks at the blue part, and I take it out from my pocket as this is a red card. So I just go and take it and say, and this card, which is from a different deck, it will be the card that you're thinking of in a second. And now everyone says, okay, 2 of clubs. And then I look for the 2 of clubs. I know it's about here. I find the 2 of clubs. I do a break under the 2 of clubs. I do a slip cut. I turn and I spread and do exactly the same thing. So this is exactly the 2 of clubs. Of course, with the walks, it will be perfect. And that's it. A red card in a blue deck, and it is exactly the 2 of clubs. It's magic. Thank you. Well, I will now talk about something that is really important, and is about the naturality. And Dave Vernon always said, "Always be natural." And I think the first magicians to ever say this was Hofzinser. Hofzinser was the one that, when he was with magicians, he always said, "Come on, you need to be natural, because if you're not natural, the spectator will suspicious that you are doing something." And this is really important, because if, for example, you have the Jack of Spades. The Jack of Spades is about in the middle, something like this. If you do a move like a robotic move, the spectator knows you are doing something. For example, I control the Jack of Spades to the bottom. But if I do like a robot, just like this, so it's about in the middle. Now they don't see even if they don't see what you are doing, they feel that you are doing something suspicious. So, for example, if I'm palming a card, for example, I want to someone choose the King of Hearts. So the King of Hearts goes in the middle, and I want to put the King of Hearts on the top of the box and put the box away from me. For example, if I do this, it is something that is not natural, because you can see my hands are with a lot of tension and everything. But if I do the same thing, of course, if I do the same thing as I'm talking, just as natural as I can. So now they don't see this. So even, for example, my friend Danny the artist, he does a lot of card moves. They're really hard. A few of them you cannot see. A few of them you can see maybe. And why at the end of the effect everyone is seeing magic, is seeing real magic? Because he's always natural. He's always the most natural he can be. So that way the spectator don't feel that he's doing a technique. Because this is pretty much the most important part, is always to be natural, because even if the spectator don't see the effect, he feels that you are doing something. So, well, that's it. Hello guys. Now we'll talk about something that is very, very important. And it's about the hecklers. What is a heckler? The heckler is the kind of person that wants to mess with your magic. And usually they want to mess with your magic, and there's a why of they want to do this. Usually it's because that you create a conflict with the spectator. For example, saying, okay, in this effect, I always win. I will win again. You bet against me, and I always win and everything. So, and in this moment, you are saying that you are better than them. And now they are like, okay, you are not. So I will try to mess with your magic. And then they try to destroy your effect, destroy your magic. And there's also a second kind of hecklers that they are not trying to mess with you, but they do this because, for example, I have the 2 of diamonds, and I finish the effect in exactly the 2 of diamonds. And I do a top change. And in this moment, maybe you didn't show the 2 of diamonds a lot. So then comes the hacker and say, oh, and just so that you can see. And then they might mess with you like this. But it's not their fault. They just want to help you to show the card. So I think that you need to really show the card before doing anything, just to make sure just to avoid this kind of person, this kind of situation. So I finished Ace of Clubs and exactly the Ace of Clubs. Thank you. And now in this moment everyone saw it, and so there is no reason for the spectator to turn the card, which is another one now. And well, when you are doing magic for the spectator, for the spectators, you always need to show that You are a friend. You are everyone there is friend. They are friends, and also you are also friends of them. So you always are showing that magic is about having fun and everything. So that way, the spectator doesn't think, okay, he wants to fool me, or maybe he wants to to show everybody that he's better than me. No. So I think that a good thing to do is to do effects and to talk something like, and I don't know how it's done, which they know of course you know how it's done, but in this moment you are saying that you are with them. You have no idea what is happening, and so in this moment you are in the same level of the spectators. So they are, and even if you're really friendly with spectators, when you pretend to miss an effect or something like this. For example, the card is 3 of diamonds, and everyone counts an impossible effect, and one card here. What was the card? The 3 of diamonds? Wasn't the 7 of spades? And in this moment, of course, it is the 3 of diamonds. But in this moment, the spectator's like, oh no, he missed. Oh, what a bad thing. So they are always with you. So that's why I think it's really important to show everyone that you're a friend, you're a friend person. And I will also talk about something that is very, very important, because in magic, I think the most important thing is about the psychology and the subtleties and everything. And there's something important, because the psychology and the subtleties and everything, it's about what the spectator feels, not what he sees. He might see some move or something like this, but if he doesn't feel the move, he will never remember that he saw the move. So, for example, my friend Danny the artist, while he's doing effects with cards like an hour and a half or something like this for lay people and for magicians, and he does like a very bad palm or something like this, and you can see the palm, but at the end of the effect, you think, okay, I didn't saw nothing. It was just magic. And this is because he's always relaxed and everything. So the spectator, even if they see the technique, they cannot feel the technique. So if they not feel the technique doesn't exist. So I think it's very, very important to think about what the spectator feels, not what he sees. And for example, and every move that is that you create suspicious in the spectator, they feel there's something strange, even if they don't see the move. So, for example, I'm just palming a card, and I'm always during the show or doing the effect, I'm always talking and show the palm of my hands and everything, and okay, and all the cards, blah 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 blah, and then in a certain moment I do this and I stay like this. This situation is an awkward thing. Even if they don't see the palm, they are now thinking there's something strange there. There's something occurring there, and so they feel that you're doing something sneaky. And in the moment you create the suspicious, it's not magic anymore. It's just sleight of hand, even if they don't see it. And at the end of the effects, I think that everyone that is watching this DVD, and me, and every magician there, they want to, at the end of the effects, that the spectator stop and say something like this. Well, man, this is just magical, and it's magic, and not saying something like, "Oh, you're very quickly with your hands and everything," and so I don't like this. Well, so basically that's it. Hope you enjoy. Hello guys, I now want to talk something really important. Is the deck switch. For example, here I have a regular deck. All the cards have normal cards, and this is what's happening. The deck switch needs to be something that is no one can ever see. No one can pay attention. It needs to be perfect. For example, in this moment, I just switch this deck for the Sedladeck. And that's the deck switch. Now, come on. Now I'm telling the truth. The deck switch is actually important because for clean up the effect or something like this. And for example, I use this deck, and I'm going to switch for the Sedladeck. Sorry, I'm going to switch the Sedladeck for this deck. Okay, this is really what's happening. So I just finished the effect. It's only one card, and all the cards are blank. And now I can just cut the cards like this and whatever, and I just switch for the regular deck. And how does it work? It works just like this. Imagine this is my leg, and this is the table, the edge of the table. So the deck that I want to switch is just here, like this. So on the top of my leg, and resting on the table. Okay. So now, with this hand, I just take the deck in the position I want to switch, and my hands are always relaxed. And while this goes to my lap, like this hand comes with the deck and cut the cards. So in the motion, it will be something like this. Or without the deck here, it will be something like this. And without the deck here, it will be something like this. So I will show you from another angle. Okay guys, this is basically it. I put the deck here, and now I have the other deck on the top of the table. My hand comes here, and I grab the deck here in the position that I want to switch. And now my hands are relaxed on the edge of the table. And now, with this hand, I just put these cards in the lap, so my legs are always together, so that way the cards don't fall. They are always like this. So, and now with this hand, I just cut the cards. So in the motion, it will be something like this. Okay, and again in slow motion, you can see here, it fall. And I cut, and that's it. That's pretty much what you need to do. Hello guys. Now I'm going to talk about a deck switch that you'll probably use. And I showed one deck switch in which I used the lapping. And now I would talk about one deck switch for stand-up performance. So if you have I think I saw this for the first time when with Tommy Wonder. Tommy Wonder was doing this. I saw on a video, of course. But Tommy had a deck in one of his pocket, and have a pen in the other pocket. In this moment, he have regular cards. Well, I don't have a pocket which I can take really easy. So I would just put this on my lap. I would just pretend it's here. And now in this moment, he's in this position, and now he say, "Oh, and I need a pen." And now he starts to look, and now he separates the hands. He put this deck in his pocket and take out the pen. And in the same movement, when he take out the pen, he take out in the other pocket the other deck. And now he approached the hands again. So it would be something like this. There is the deck in one pocket and the pen in the other. I'm in this position. In this moment, I just go, put my hand in my two pockets, take out first the marker, and then just a few seconds, just I think 1 second later, and just go and take out the deck. So it would be something just like this. I have this here in the actual speed. It would be something like this. I have the deck, which is still a deck. I go and I say, "Oh, I need a pen. I cannot find. I think here I found the pen." And in this moment, I don't give a lot of attention to this, but in this moment I just switch the decks. And I think this is very useful to do anything you like. Well, I hope you enjoy. Well, guys, I will now talk about something that most of you will probably have think. And of course, everyone here knows the invisible deck, right? And the invisible deck, it's very useful because if you miss an effect, you can have immediately an out. For example, oh, someone chooses a card and they want you to find out, and then you say, oh, but I already did. So I have this deck here, and there's one card reverse, which is exactly the card that you took. So it's very good for outs or anything like this, or maybe if the card disappears or something like this. And I think that the Sedladeck is pretty much like the invisible deck, because you can use it like an out. You can have in your pocket, and if you miss an effect, so for example, someone chooses a card, 10 of spades, 10 of spades, okay? You control the card, and now, for any reason, you miss the card. So, and then you say, and one card here, what is the card? The 10 of spades. The 10 of spades? Or is the ace of hearts? And now you look for the 10 of spades, you call it, or control it any way you like, just like if you're watching the deck. The 10 of spades, are you sure? And they said, yeah. I said, but there's no 10 of spades here. So now in this moment, I just put the 10 of spades in the top, and I'm holding a break under two cards. So there's the ace and then the 10. It could be any card. And now I have a break here, and now I just go and say, but can you see the 10 of spades? Tell me if you see it. And I cannot see it. Oh, it's 10 of clubs. No, not exactly the 10 of spades. Not what we're looking for. No? No 10 of spades. Oh, I now remember. Because in my deck, there is one card reversed. And now you take out the Sedladeck, and there's one card reversed. And this card is exactly the 10 of spades. But now you're thinking, what if I just reverse this card now, very quickly? No, I could not. Actually, the 10 of spades is from this deck, because this deck is a blank cards. They are all blank. So this is just an out. So you can, if you miss the effect, you can do something even more impossible using the Sedladeck. And now that the 10 of spades is on top, you could just switch it for the 10 of spades, any way you like. So you could just go and at the offbeat moment, you just turn the 10 of spades, take it and put it on top, and now having a double lift. And now you just do a second deal or do a top change for the real one, so you can end clean. And there's something interesting, because, for example, you finish the 10 of spades, but the deck is all blank. So that's why I could never use it, because it's from this deck. And now I just turned the 10 of spades in the top. I do a top change, and in this moment I have the 10 of spades with the blank back here, and the 10 of spades with the regular back here. And now in this moment I say, and exactly the 10 of spades. And when my hand is on covering these cards, so the spectator cannot see it, I just let the 10 of spades fall, and now it's a blank card. It's an interesting thing. And of course you can use as an effect or as a prediction or anything you like. I think you should create your own effects with this. And well, I hope you enjoy all the ideas and everything, and thank you.